So a local reporter in McCurtain County has exposed some of the officials for wanting to kill journalists and lynching black people. And they wrecked themselves because now they're exposed.
Last month, on March 6th, the McCurtain County Commission held one of their normal meetings, which are usually boring affairs for all the right reasons. But staff from the McCurtain Gazette-News went to that meeting to cover it. And after the meeting, the longtime publisher of the paper, a man named Bruce Willingham, he decided he was going to do something out of the ordinary. He decided to leave a voice-activated recorder inside the room where the commission meets. And the reason he did that is because he suspected that the county commission in McCurtain County was continuing to do county business after the meeting had ended. And that would have been in violation of the state's Open Meeting Act.
I bet he was really surprised when he heard the recordings.
This publisher from the local paper essentially thought that the commission was trying to do business affecting the people of the county without looping the public in to what they were doing. And that is something that is just not allowed under state law. So this publisher, Bruce Willingham, he made sure that what he was doing was on the up and up when he left that recorder. He told the Associated Press, quote, "I talked on 2 different occasions to our attorneys to make sure I wasn't doing anything illegal." But he left the recorder there. It's voice activated. And then he went back and collected. And when he collected that reporter, he discovered that there was a lot more going on after the close of the county commission meeting, more than just the violation of the Oklahoma Open Meeting Act that he had suspected. Here is how the McCurtain Gazette-News headlined it on their front page this week. Quote, "County officials discuss killing and burying Gazette reporters."
I mean, can you imagine like hearing that recording or even reading this paper and be like, wow, these people were saying this? I know there's probably some residents in this county that are like, yeah, let's take out those reporters.
There's an audio recording. The audio of this conversation was released this weekend by the McCurtain Gazette-News, and it is horrifying. In the audio recording, you can hear the McCurtain County Sheriff talking to another official from the sheriff's office, as well as the local county commissioner. And it appears that the officials are sort of bluntly talking amongst themselves about killing the publisher of the local newspaper, Bruce Willingham, and his son, Chris, who also works as a reporter for the McCurtain Gazette-News. This is apparently due to the fact that the paper has published unfavorable stories about the sheriff's office in the past. But regardless of what caused any sort of bad will here, the conversation that follows is disturbing. So if you don't want to hear it, now's your chance to hit pause or turn me off. But here we go. Here it is.
They're insignificant in my life.
Yes.
Really. They bring that
Those sayings,
What goes around goes around.
It will. I told you it will.
Yeah.
I know where 2 big deep holes are if you ever need them.
I got an excavator.
These are already pre-dug.
Wow, I got an excavator. Well, these are already pre-dug. And the saying is, what comes around goes around. So, that was wrong. But this is the sheriff and the commissioner talking about killing people. Wow.
I know where 2 big, deep holes are if you ever need them. Well, I've got an excavator. Well, these were already pre-dug. As if what they were saying was not clear enough, they also discussed the ins and outs of what it would take to hire a hitman to do the job.
But the thing of it is,
We actually told the truth.
I've known 2 or 3 hitmen that are very quiet guys
Yeah.
and would cut no mercy
Yeah.
in Louisiana because it's all mafia around
Yeah.
Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, these people definitely need to be in prison. Why do these people know hitmen and how they work? So that means they probably used them before.
Yeah, but here's the reality. If the hair on his wife's head, Chris Willingham's head, or any of those people that really were behind all that, if the hair on their head got touched by anybody, Who were these bad guys?
Who you
Yeah.
blaming for?
Yeah.
I've known 2 or 3 hitmen. They're very quiet guys. They would cut no bleeping mercy. Yeah, oh yeah. But if a hair on his wife's head, the reporter's wife's head, was touched. In another part of the recording, a voice identified as the county commissioner laments the fact that lynchings are no longer common practice. That is no longer something you're allowed to do.
I heard the other day, said, I heard 10 or 12 people going to the sheriff. I said, let's get 20. They don't have a goddamn clue what they're getting into.
Oh, yeah,
Not this
because
day
it's
and
all,
age.
but everybody.
I'm going to tell you something. If it was back in the day, when Alan Marshall take a damn blackjack, whoop their ass and throw them in the cell, I'd run for sheriff.
So that he could be able to just beat black people and throw them in jail for no reason.
Well, it's not like that no more.
I know. Take them down here on Mud Creek and hang them up with the damn rope.
Yeah.
But you can't
And
do
the
that.
thing about it is,
They got more rights than we got.
They say black people have more rights than what white people have because they can't just go around abusing and beating and murdering black people. And this is how like racist white right-wingers act. If they can't go out and abuse and murder and harm people, that means their rights are being taken away.
If it was back in the day, you'd take a damn black guy and whoop their ass and throw them in the cell. Now, it's not like that anymore. I know. Take them down to Mud Creek and hang them up with a damn rope. But you can't do that anymore. They've got more rights now than we do. They've got more rights now than we got. NBC News has not independently verified this audio. We reached out to the McCurtain County Sheriff's Office this afternoon by phone. They told us they had no comment at this time. We also reached out to the county commissioner, who apparently has his voice on that tape. We have not heard back from him. But we will tell you that certainly everybody in the state of Oklahoma appears to be taking this matter rather seriously. The publisher of the newspaper says he's turned over these audio recordings to the FBI and to the Oklahoma Attorney General's office. He says he's also already had several conversations with federal investigators. The governor of the state of
Ooh, federal investigations and state investigations. These people have they just wrecked themselves by talking about this. They could have done it somewhere else, but no. This is good. These people need to be in prison.
Oklahoma, Kevin Stitt, has called on the officials who were heard in these recordings to resign. Again, the governor is calling on these county officials to resign. He's also asking the Oklahoma Bureau of Investigation to look into this matter. The state representative for the area has also demanded that the sheriff resign and others resign. The local mayor has also demanded these resignations. And look at this.
There needs to be more than this resignations. Yeah, these people just need to be walked straight into jail.
This morning, more than 100 people gathered outside the McCurtain County Sheriff's Office to protest and to demand that these officials leave their post over these racist and violent comments, talking about how they wish they could lynch people like you could back in the day. They wish you could whoop people's ass and throw them in the cell. Can't do that anymore. They got more rights than we got now.